Alright, welcome back to another episode of The Paradox and the Loser, and today we will talk about the election. And there's a lot of fake news out there from the media, so it's important always to look at the facts and the proof we have. So let's get into it. But first, my intro. What a bloody mess we have here. First, everything looked good for Mr. Trump. And out of the blue, some states stopped counting. And weird shit happened. So let's analyze all this, what's happened here. Was there water fraud? Ooh.
We almost got caught.
Yeah, you don't say. Almost the YouTube robot got us. I got already blocked by Twitter by using the term, so let's change it to Vote our frog. Don't know if that will help. Alright, let us present you all the specific Vote our frog that happened during the election night. And it's probably still happening right now. So let's see all the evidence, shall we? First we have a bunch of volunteers filling out ballots, which are very suspicious.
This lady is marking the ballot. I filmed her a half hour ago doing 6, and she's still working at it. Let's stamp it, received, and let's fill in our 6 blanks, all at the top of the tickets on each one. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ma'am? Excuse me, ma'am. What are you doing?
We'll get to the bottom of it.
Use a black ballpoint pen.
These are the votes you can toss and we'll never even know it. That's why you're doing it.
The point is that the Sharpies don't, I mean, they did matter for a long time. For like a long time we had to say no to Sharpies because the bleed through would impact the vote.
The bleed through would impact the vote.
There it is. Simple as that.
For the people in the back.
Thank you for that information.
So I have the Baxter, Mr. Baxter, whatever, had to go to the head guy because I want to see every one of those ballots, copy them down, copy down the precinct because they don't show up on any list. So I just grabbed one box. It's 500 names of people that are not on the register, they're not on the supplement list.
What are you in there? She was in here this morning. She said it's a
No, I've
shit
been
show.
in there all day. I just left.
Oh my God. Hi. Hey, so you with the elections? You're the Bureau of Elections, right?
Well, I'm just a volunteer.
We're just wondering what, okay, I understand you're a volunteer and you're just doing your job. What's all these? Are these mail-in ballots or what's these coming in?
What are these?
Uh-huh.
These are my in tape here?
What's that?
Am I in tape as well?
Yeah, because we're wondering why are ballots being handled down here and not up there with the elections? So we're curious about that.
Okay, yeah, the gentleman who's in charge of this, I think, should be right back down.
What's his name?
Gosh, what is his name? Do you know his name?
Are you volunteer or employee?
I'm a poll watcher.
Okay.
Okay?
Well,
I'm a poll.
supervisor will be back here.
So what's his name?
I don't know.
Okay.
My name is Brian McCaffrey. I'm a registered Democrat in the city of Philadelphia. Today, I'm at the Philadelphia Convention Center, and I am overseeing the ballot counters. I will let you know the corruption that is going on here. They will not allow us within 30 to 100 feet to supervise the ballots being counted. This is a coup against the President of the United States of America, and I want to call out the Mayor of Philadelphia, James Kenney, the Attorney General, Josh Shapiro, who tweeted that there's no way Donald Trump can win President of the United States of America, and also the District Attorney of Philadelphia, Larry Krasner. I can't believe what I'm seeing right before my eyes. This has nothing to do with Joe Biden or Donald Trump. This has to do with our democracy, and I will tell you, there is corruption at the highest level in the city of Philadelphia.
Are you guys collecting ballots? I thought they collected them all. I just want to document. How much? Wait, but how come they already called the state?
Because these are mail-in ballots.
Are there a ton in there?
Yeah.
All right, are you collecting from a lot of places? Yeah. All right, I'll just document. Thank you guys. Are you guys official election guys? All right, and let me just ask you one thing. Where do you guys take them?
Election center. That's it.
Is that in the government building? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there a lot more in there?
6 feet, please.
Okay. Thank you guys. I just want to see because they call their state so quickly. I know, I am.
You don't have a mask either.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Collecting after the state called the vote already? That doesn't sound right. Well, let's see some more.
Earlier this week, we introduced you to Raquel Rodriguez and her illegal election law activities in San Antonio, Texas. Well, there is more. Listen carefully as she tells our undercover journalist the cost of buying votes.
Yeah, I'm getting the Biden vote out, but I mean, I'm not going to do it for free. In other words, if they don't pay me, I'm like, shoot, you know what? It's $8 per vote, but I would say like right now, I'd say $5 to $6. Let's say $6 per vote. Okay. Let's not go $8, okay? Mm-hmm. And I'm going to bring you 5,000 votes.
5,000?
5,000 votes. That's county-wide.
Right.
5,000 votes could swing the entire state.
Of course it can.
What would you think about President Trump? He's always complaining, right? And then imagine if you could swing Texas.
I know.
It's a real reality.
It's a real reality.
We understand the Biden eager, 5,000 votes, $55,000 cash for you. We understand that.
Quit saying that. Yeah, we know the numbers.
You're making him
making me nervous.
Making you nervous.
Now, my people are undercover because some of them are Republicans, some of them are Democrats, some of them are just wanting to get the right people in office. So some of my Republicans are precinct chairs that cannot be known because they could get kicked out, but they want to help the Biden. So that's how they're helping me with my debt.
These Republicans want to help Biden too?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm getting paid to do.
We hope the legal authorities in the state of Texas take note of this investigation. Voter fraud and election fraud are real, and this country needs to wake up and do something about it. Be brave, do something. Contact Veritas Tips at protonmail.com.
Yeah, there's a lot more. You should check out Project Veritas channel.
We've just got done going through the 2 garbage bags that we obtained from Bucks County Board of Elections out of the dumpster. This is some of the ballot paraphernalia that we've discovered. You can see some signatures from some voters here. Looks like these ballots, they spoiled on some of these. We have some pieces here. A number of envelopes with signatures. A couple full ones too.
Whoa! Already in the beginning, and we have tremendous proof. Let's see where other ballots went.
Wow, what a mess. Be mad if they left my trailer looking like that, all shredded paper. This looks like a bunch of recyclables, right? Right? No, it's a Pennsylvania application for mail-in ballot. And they do have people's addresses on the back of them that were never mailed out. I mean, how many are in here? Thousands? There's another trailer. Out here. All the way back there, same product right there. We're out here in Seymour, Indiana at R.R. Donnelly. Some massive paper printing plant.
All right.
President Donald Trump, and not the only one we found in the trash. So,
yeah. Oh, Trump, you gotta do what you gotta do. Trump. I've got around 80.
I work at the vote ballots, which means we get your votes and we separate them. So if some of these votes happen to say, like this one, Donald J. Dumb Trump, that one just don't make it towards the mail.
Some even tried to escape the country. Look, those freaking ballots.
Seriously? What the heck?
Yeah. Anyway, now we know where the ballots from Trump went. At least. What's about Biden's ballot? As you can see here, they come from China.
China?
Who would have thought? Now let's see what online glitch they have. And always in favor of Biden, of course. Alright, there seems to be different election software systems. Some called Hammer, Scorecard, and Dominion. I'm not sure if I pronounced right. Dominion. That switches votes from Trump to Biden. Look how they change in this clip.
And so here we are before the update, and now I'm going to start walking you forward. Watch the gold. Here comes the update from Clarity. Boom. There it is. So now the update, Andy Bashir has 674,508 votes. And look down below, Andy Bashir had 673,948. They haven't had a chance to update the ribbon because this is in split seconds we're looking at. So Andy Bashir has just gained 560 votes. That makes sense. That's what happens as more votes come in, right? Let's look at Matt Bevin. He now has 661, 675. But look down below. He did have 662, 235. At the exact same second that Andy Bashir has gone up 560 votes, Matt Bevin has gone down 560 votes. This is vote switching in the computer. And by the way, between the 560 gain and 560 loss, you have just seen 25% of the loss amount of this race happen in front of your very eyes.
I think there are any number of things they need to investigate, including the likelihood that 3% of the vote total was changed in the pre-election voting ballots that were collected digitally by using the Hammer program and a software program called Scorecard. That would have amounted to a massive change in the vote that would have gone across the country and explains a lot of what we're seeing. In addition, they ran an algorithm to calculate votes they might need to come up with for Mr. Biden in specific areas. I think that explains what happened in Michigan, where the computer glitch resulted in a change of votes of about 5,500 in favor of President Trump, just in one of 47 districts. All those districts need to be checked for that same, quote, software glitch, end quote, that would change the result in Michigan dramatically. The same thing is happening in other states. We've had hundreds of thousands of ballots mysteriously appear solely for Mr. Biden, which is statistically impossible as a matter of mathematics. It can all be documented. We are putting it into materials that we will file in federal court, and we need to seek relief in multiple states to enjoin the certification of any election results. I think they were very broadly used, but not by the vote counters. They were used by the forces in the Democratic operatives that had access to these programs through the government access points that they have, and used it illegally to change votes in this country. It's got to be investigated probably by the president's most trusted military intelligence officials who can get into the system and see what was done. But we do have some evidence that that is exactly what happened. And they've used it against other entities in other countries. It's just been turned recently against our own citizens here to change election results. It's absolutely appalling that that can be done. And whether it's called computer glitches or something else, somebody has actually gone into the system and changed voting results.
There seems always to be more ballots cast than registered voters, which is impossible. There can't be more ballots than people. Except if we count the dead ones, of course.
And I emphasize to you, it's only one of the many other infirmities in this election. I know this city has a sad history of voter fraud. After all, Joe Frazier is still voting here. Kind of hard since he died 5 years ago, but Joe continues to vote. If I recall correctly, Joe was a Republican, so maybe I shouldn't complain. But we should go see if Joe is voting Republican or Democrat now from the grave. Also, Will Smith's father has voted here twice since he died. I don't know how he votes because his vote is secret. In Philadelphia, they keep the votes of dead people secret. At least that is something that you can be commended for. I'm not attacking the people of Philadelphia. I'm attacking a decrepit democratic machine, which has a lot of other reasons to be attacked. It's been around for 65 years. You keep electing the same people. The city gets no better. The crime goes way through the roof. The riots you have, the police stand by and watch it, not because of the police, because you have a mayor that lets them stand by and watch it. You got a district attorney who lets people go free.
Check a voter registration here really quick. William Bradley. I'm on the Michigan Voter Information Center. He was born in March of 1902. Get the zip code really quick. 48207. 48207. All right, so I'm checking on the Michigan Voter Information Center for William Bradley, born in March of 1902. Our friend is registered to vote, received his application, sent his ballot, and his ballot was received and counted. This man was born in 1902. I wonder how many more of these Joe Biden has.
Speaking of dead people, yeah, you see this right. This is a whole list of voters from Detroit. Look how old they are. Seems like a lot of old people like our Uncle Joe. You see, some are even 200 years old. What the fuck? Who else votes? Well, your dead cat, of course.
Some people are even getting flyers in the mail to register. But Ron and Carol Timms say there's no way their cat is going to the polls. When Ron Timms checked his mail Wednesday, he found something for Cody Timms. Cody doesn't get much mail. Cody is a cat. He died 12 years ago. The family keeps his ashes in this green container.
A great cat, indoor, outdoor, loved his family, loved the neighborhood. He was 18 and a half when he passed away. We have a voter registration application for Cody Timms.
It even came with a return envelope.
How'd this happen? I mean, he's been dead for a long time.
Carol Timms understands that in this election year, there's a huge push to get people to the polls.
If they're trying to register cats, I'm not quite sure who else they're trying to register.
The Secretary of State's office says the application did not come from their office. They say third-party groups often use mailing lists to get names and addresses. They released this statement saying, third-party groups all over the country are targeting Georgia to help register qualified individuals. This group makes you wonder what these out-of-town activists are really doing. Make no mistake about it, this office is dedicated to investigating all types of fraud.
What? The cat?
Yep, the freaking cat. Just by thinking about that Joe break the record of votes, doesn't seem to add up. I mean, he did probably the worst campaign in history. His few rally that he did, I mean, there was not much people that came, and that contradicts everything. He even said it, he doesn't need your votes.
Folks, we got a lot of work to do. I don't only need you to get me elected, I need you once I'm elected. Before this, we have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
Holy Mother of God.
He even admits it.
Oh yeah, he did. Now his sentence that he don't need the people to get elected make actually a lot of sense, doesn't it? Let's face it, his election campaign, it fell right on its face. And this will end in the federal lawsuit, so Let's see what's going to happen.
Hey guys, human rights attorney Lee Dundas here. Media does not call elections, folks. In Arizona, they have late ballots that are still dropping. They are uniformly breaking in favor of Trump, such that Biden's lead is down to about 20,000 when a few days ago it was 5 times that. They are going to continue to break in that direction, and if so, we should be good to go. Georgia is already going to a recount. The Secretary of State there, Brian Kemp, is a Republican. He is a sane guy. They have lots and lots of overseas and military ballots that are still outstanding, and it is likely going to be weeks before Georgia can be properly tallied, which means nobody at this point should be calling the race. Also, they have evidence of illegal ballot harvesting in multiple counties in Georgia, and they believe the recount, they know the recount is going to shine a light on this, bring all of the fraud to surface, where the ballots that were not properly cast can be invalidated. And again, once they handle this, then we know how it's going to shake out, and it's going to shake out in Trump's favor. In Nevada, they have 58,000, if I did not misunderstand them, mail-in ballots that still haven't been counted, and 68,000 provisional ballots. There are literally thousands and thousands and thousands of voters who never should have voted in Nevada. Lawsuits have been filed. Clark County DA's office has been notified, as has William Barr and the Department of Justice. All of those investigations are being commenced. The Trump campaign was barred. They were actually prevented from having observers in the process, even after the courts ordered Pennsylvania to stand the hell down and let us observe. If you don't have transparency in a voting process, you don't have democracy in function, or in fact, you don't have a constitutional republic. And as we are learning, and the Trump campaign is well ahead of us on this, they had statistically impossible voter turnout, which has already been referred for investigation, and they have multiple cases of counties curing deficiencies in ballots, and we all know what that means. Mathematicians, statisticians, and economists are concluding, not opining. These are subject matter experts who have conclusively now weighed in and said that the Biden math is not just statistically improbable, it is statistically impossible. The voter turnout in Wisconsin apparently annihilated the historical record of 66% by almost 30 percentage points. The odds of this occurring are 0.00000. That's 5 zeros after the decimal point, guys, or 1 in 52 million. Biden also pretty clearly fails an accepted test for catching election fraud that is used by the State Department and forensic accountants. For what it's worth, I'm continuing to quote, there also happens to be a record number of 90-year-olds registered to vote in 1 year during a pandemic, more so than at any point in Pennsylvania history. Nothing suspicious there, right, guys? Final quote, and here is a list of over 14,000 dead people who either voted in Wayne County, Detroit, or were registered to vote.
And those of us in the intelligence community, be it who they are, again what I said in 2016, when we exposed Hillary Clinton, we now exposed, and it was Trump who initiated this, Biden family. Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, Jill Biden, Jim Biden, Frank, the whole family was played right into a game where they were convicted, and you're seeing what's happening now. What was not announced was that we watermarked all the ballots with what I said, QFS blockchain, which is a very hard encryption code to break. And the second thing is we sent, probably 20,000 or more, our National Guards 48 hours ago. None of it was reported, and I thank the press for not reporting it, and others. So what in fact is happening is you're seeing a sophisticated sting operation that was initiated by Trump. And honestly, I was informed that I could say something about it today, only last night.
I really hope this is true. Yeah, me too. Anyway, please like and share this video. You can even download it and send it, or even upload it on your channel for more exposure. Just let our link from our channel in there somewhere. That would be nice. You will find how to download in the description. Anyway, we will let you, and always remember, question everything. Cheers, people. Have an awesome day. Let's get the truth out there.